All right. So this is my review for NHRA Speed for All, the video game. I have Xbox One. I'm going to do a test practice first at the test track, and then I'm going to do a race where I end up in the career mode racing against John Force. In this video, I'm going to state my opinions compared to the previous NHRA console game release. That's the first NHRA game, then the second one, and then now this one, of course. Basically, I'm going to compare what needs to be in this game, what has been lost, and what they can do better on, any kind of improvements, any kind of outside ideas that can make this game be above and beyond. So here's a test run. I'm just going to do just play the video. I'm not going to say nothing at all. All right. That's the practice run. I did the reason why I did this video first is because I want to show that there's a few pointers to point out. I'm sure you probably noticed, such as whenever you're backing up, it makes a weird sound. It changes the whole idle, and it sounds like a weird roaring sound. As well as when you're staging up, the sound kind of goes in and out. That wasn't the phone or the quality of the video, that was the game that does that. The reason why I did it on a buy run is because it's pretty much how it happens whenever you race against CPU or in split screen mode. So can you imagine you have a nice idling sound car, and then your TV, the sound just starts making weird noises? Well, that's the game. With my opinions, it's the overall everything about the game. I'm in the career mode. This is the garage. You can change out or upgrade your different parts. These are the only parts that you can upgrade, as you can see. And it affects basically your top speed, torque, grip, transmission, deceleration, which is your brakes and parachutes, the aerodynamics. You can also trade, go through different parts that you have in your inventory. And then tuning, this is your tuning. It's pretty basic. So I'm going to get all into that, and hopefully I'm not trying to create a 30-minute video. So I'm trying to get through this quickly for y'all. So from this screen, this is the career mode screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a race. I'm gonna go to a race. And what I want to show is how this game can be a little bit better. So we've already gone over the sound and everything. So my idea is, for this game, you're in the pit area. You're in your little pit stall, whatever you want to call it. You're in the pits. And as you see, the funny car is sitting there, and you're on jacks, but you have the full body on. It's little details like that, and that's not being picky, but that would never, most likely never happen normally. I would like to see the body off of the funny car, placed onto the side, and you have these people that's standing in the background getting a free check. Besides him, he's the only one working. Have them working on the car. At least look like they're working on the car. Like he's on a computer. These two are back here by the fence. He's at a toolbox. So whenever I change out a part, you can have somebody go up and and act like they're changing the part, or at least doing something instead of typing on the computer, something of that aspect. Now we're in the pit area. I would like to have an option where you can warm up the car. You can idle in the pits, the crowd can come around. I mean, even if it's just one time, the only time you get that chance is in the finals. Have that in the game, because a lot of people, it'll be fun to have your own funny car sitting in your own living room, and it's idling, and you can just do whatever, whack at the throttle a little bit if they fix the sound somewhat. But that would be something where I would like to do. So you go through a full pass, which I'm going to pull up a recent video. Let's see. I think this is it. So you start your engine. The graphics are great, by the way. I really do love the graphics. You go, you do your burnout. Please roll forward. And there's no smoke on the burnouts. You warm your tires up to the temperature that you like, and you go in reverse. So first I would like to start off with the tuning part. Whenever you start, they only give you the option to adjust the clutch. Basically, how soft or how hard the clutch will hit. Sure, that happens in real life. But the other game, we were able to adjust the fueling, the tire pressure, everything. Pretty well, at least somewhat, a few options at the starting line for last second changes. Now it doesn't happen as much in real life, such as altering the whole entire fuel map, but you can at least give us some kind of option to make it idle faster, idle lower, tire pressure, wheelie bar height. Give us an option right here at the starting line. Because during that time, you can at least lift up the body like you do in the funny car in real life, and you can make your adjustments or whatnot. That's something that'll be above and beyond. But it's at least give us something to adjust at the starting line. Because given with tuning, I forgot to mention this, there's no wind speed direction. The only thing you get is temperature and time of day. There's no altitude. There's no humidity. You do get a track temp, if I remember that correctly. But there's no weather dynamics to this game which affects the cars. Pretty much every pass is A to B. I have yet to. You don't smoke the tires. You get really bad tire shake and you lose control. But you do not smoke the tires like in the other games. That is something that is baffling. You should be able to smoke the tires when you get out of the groove and smoke shows up. But as you've noticed on the burnouts, smoke is a hard thing to come about in this game. Smoke. So we're gonna go through the run. Now, another thing which is very important to me, the only way to move forward or roll the car forward is if you press the gas pedal in this game. That is not realistic. You do not press the gas pedal to roll forward in a funny car. You're playing with the brake. I mean, that's the only way to move forward. To me, that needs to be changed. And hopefully you wouldn't have the idle or the weird sounds by pressing the gas with the sound going in and out. Just let us roll forward. Let us use the brake. On the other games, they had that. So, I mean, we stage up. I'm not even going to get into that. You know, CPU is not any competition at all. I wish I can hit pause right in time for this. Let's see. If you can notice, the turnoffs at the tracks, at every single track, are blocked off. Now, I don't know, you know, for whatever reasons, maybe because it alters the game or whatever, but it is 2023. Like, come on, man. 2023, we can't even turn off of the track. Because here's where I'm going with this. In the new NASCAR game, NASCAR, whatever, the one that nobody likes, that one. They let you go behind the pit stalls whenever you go down pit road. They let you go into the garage. They let you drive back there, go into your garage, etc., etc. I feel heck, even the racing games, hope they don't. Hopefully YouTube don't do nothing about that. They usually in the phone games, they have the Door Slammers phone game. You can drive behind or down the road, pit road. You can circle around, come back to the track. I think in 2023, we should be able to make this turn off, go back to our pit area. You know, either you can have the car come and tow you, or you can just drive on back. You know, the same way how you would reverse or back up going after you do your burnout, just make us drive at that same speed back into our pit area. So whenever you get back to your pit area, you can warm your car up, make your changes first. After every run, you know, this career mode, these will depreciate or decrease in health. After every run, the clutch is burnt completely, which it should be. That's realistic. So after you change out your parts, you should be able to idle the car. In tuning, you should be able to adjust your fueling, which they do not have on here. You should be able to test out the track temperature, wind speed, everything like that. They don't give you lane choice. You can't pick which lane that you prefer. I think that'll be some things they should add. So imagine you make your changes, you warm your car up, you do a burnout with real smoke, and then you make the turn off, you go back down the track, you get to the pit area, and you know, you repeat. Now you factor that in with wind speed, direction, humidity, track temp, everything else, and you have a full racing weekend that keeps you playing the game. As of now, as I was saying earlier, this is the adjustment that you get to tune with before the game. I'm sorry, before the run. That's it. That's it. So that's what I wanted to show y'all. And I've been through Pro Mod, Career Mode. Did I do Pro Stock? I think I did. a little bit of Pro Stock. Pro Stock needs a complete overhaul. The funny car is my favorite, so that's why I'm sticking with it. So those are a few things that I think that can make the game better. Now with all that being said, I expect the same gameplay style in split screen mode. Because split screen mode, the only adjustments you get are what I just did on this screen. That's to adjust the clutch. That's it. You know, nothing else. You don't even get to change anything else. So the game gets kind of boring, in my opinion, because it's straight A to B passes. CPU isn't competitive. You do split screen mode and you don't get any kind of anything. And then after that, online mode is jacked up from the start. I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole different beast. Those are my critiques. Here's another thing. The sound. Whenever you take off from the Christmas tree and you do your pass, the sound to me sounds like A-fuel dragsters. They don't sound like nitro funny cars. You don't hear the nitro. You don't hear the fire, the crackle and the pop from the nitro. To me, it's kind of bland. They got the idle just right. It sounds amazing. The burnout needs a little bit of a different sound, and they need to slow the cars down on the burnout. The run needs a completely different sound. Period. A completely different sound. Now I did a day race. I'm gonna do a night race where I went up against John Force. Unfortunately, the actual run didn't save, but I did have the replay of it. So give y'all a little treat of John Force. Never mind that. It's gonna replay. I had went red. And what had happened in this race, I said I was gonna talk about the Christmas tree. You see I went red. The Christmas tree dropped whenever neither one of us was staged up. We were both pre-staged, and the tree still dropped. But enjoy this race, as John Force was your winner. A little treat for the fans. No smoke again. So that's my review. Please, y'all, let me know if y'all agree. Again, that's just with the funny car. I can go on and on about the game, but that's just for overall average. Again, the tuning, they need to let us turn off on the top end of the track. They need to let us warm up the motors in the pit area, take off the front cap or the body of the vehicle, specifically the funny car. Give us some smoke on the burnouts, give us some tire shake during the run, add on some weather elements. These are all things that, some of those things have been in the previous game, but tuning, let us adjust the fuel, the idle, different combinations. Can't really think of anything else that I've named, but everything else that I named was in the video. Thank you guys. This is a 20-minute video. Have a nice day.